Hello and welcome back to Vienne for the last time. This is the first part of a two-part finale, and you'll get to see the final days of the intensive, the concert, and when we inevitably have to say goodbye.
Good morning. It's almost afternoon, and I'm walking into town at 11:51. Gosh, I'm late. But in fact, we don't have any morning activity, which means it's time to reflect. We're more than halfway through, and wow. You guys know about the Dunning-Kruger effect? You know, beginners actually think they're better than they are, and people who are really good at something or very knowledgeable actually underestimate their ability. And wow, I don't know where I am on that curve anymore in terms of a lot of things. So that's what I've mainly learned, and it's not a bad thing. It is just a little jarring to be in that position of, okay, I actually don't know. Where am I? This is a parking lot. I'm trying to get to the other bridge. Anyway, I don't know where I am on that curve anymore because I've realized that I've been taught a lot of things that are good, but I actually overestimated how much I really knew them and how much I knew about myself. But at the same time, I was also underestimating some things. When you come from a situation where you're always surrounded by very high-functioning people, and it becomes a bubble, you know? It's like if you're studying math, you know, yes, scientific or mathematical at MIT, or an Ivy League school. Those bells mean it's 12 o'clock. We're gonna walk over there. I think the reason why I can't say anything is because I'm hungry, so yeah. I'm gonna finish these thoughts after lunch. And then we're actually gonna have a master class. A talk on Alice Coltrane, Spirituality, by the great Mr. Ashley Kahn. I'm at the food hall. I haven't been showing this because we actually come here every single day, so it would get very boring. Well, the guy serving, he was not happy about the fact that I was trying to speak French, but food looks good. Here's the theater, and I'm just gonna see if I can get up to there. I've got about an hour until I have to be back at the conservatory to work on some tunes, but I was told apparently I can make it there and back. Turns out there are multiple Montes, but I think we're going for that one. Pipe. This is pretty much, it's the side of the theater, I guess the old entrances. I think this is it, because this is Monte Saint Marcel. I want to go to Pipe. I wonder if this is it, or if this is just somebody's house. No, this looks the right way. Okay, I've checked the map. This is the right way for sure. It's just really steep. There's still houses up here. Or at least the front, maybe back gates of houses. This is the type of exciting things you won't get in other tours of jazz festivals in France. Oh. Castle. That's the bridge. That's the other bridge. That's pretty much the rest of the town. The conservatory's somewhere over there. Yeah, that flat, no, I don't know if that's that flat building. I have no idea, but that down there is the theater, the antique, as they call it. You probably can't hear it, but there's a big band down there. See if I can zoom in. Probably can't hear it. I'm not really here for that. Unfortunately, I'm here for this. Okay, there's a sign that actually is showing, even has the conservatory on it, showing all the spots you can see here. Multiple different churches, like St. Maurice, where we were. The Musée des Beaux-Arts, which is where we actually had lunch. That's where we had lunch. I think. And then you can see where we dorm Yeah, it's those buildings. Yeah, and so you can see there's, talking about how there's 3 different towns right here, kind of all intermixed. This big band they've played the Pink Panther theme, they played Eye of the Tiger. I think now they're playing the old like Spider-Man theme song. Yeah, Fortress. And then it became a church. Okay, I think I'm gonna head down. It's 1:23 in the afternoon. Also, just to give you a sense of where we are, if you followed that road, camera's focusing on my finger, that road, yes, or one of those down there, you will be in Geneva, Switzerland in 2 hours. What's nice about being here is that being in nature and being in community both naturally inspire creativity and connection with yourself and with other people. And that's what's so tricky about living in a city, because it's where all the energy is. But there's so much energy in some of those cities that it becomes overwhelming and it actually becomes isolating. And that's how you get people stuck, feeling they have to be stuck at home, and then they're looking at their phone all day. Check it out, these windows have little hearts on the blinds or the shades, and that is so cute. It'd be a pain to walk home, and if you had to drive, I mean, these people, their parking brakes are working so hard for them. This must have been like a secret jazz club. That's what I'm gonna go with. This is a secret speakeasy jazz club at the top of a hill. If you ever go to Italy or like southern Spain, a while ago I went to Andalusia, and there's a lot of the older parts of the towns look like this. And a packed house to see him. That's so awesome. By the way, I think this is like Victor Hugo Road. So that's neat. Oh, and there's a tiny little cute traffic circle, which I don't know what the purpose is, but it's there. Okay, I immediately stopped because I saw this. I mean, the town loves jazz so much that even their real estate offices will have little ads and instruments just placed. I mean, that's so cool. I mean, come on. And if you decide to come here, you should get an orange eSIM from Orange, because they have an office right here, so if it messes up, just go to their office. And if they're not open, you always just send a letter back home, because the post office is right here. I spy 1, 2, 3, 4 people walking to the conservatory. Doing a quick walk by of La Pyramide de Vienne, which is this very interesting obelisk that I don't actually know the purpose of. By the way, there absolutely are laundromats here. You don't need to bring 13 pairs of everything like I did, so don't do that.
Here we had the lecture with Ashley Kahn about the Coltrane's, and right after we went to this vinyls/album art exposition hosted in this church. It's in relation to those visual art expositions I was talking about earlier. Lots of album covers that I had seen before, but lots of new ones with very interesting designs and really zooming in on the design aspect of all of these great albums. There's also a vinyl listening room. Nice couches and nice lighting and vinyl players for you to just sit back and relax and listen to some records. And also the other side, a whole side of the exhibition was dedicated to the history of women in jazz, specifically paying attention to their album covers, like this kind of funny one. They don't make them like they used to. And paired with the album art itself, a written history of women in jazz in all the roles that they were in, instrumentalists, vocalists, producers, etc. And of course, this great album cover.
Hello, YouTube. Just following around these crazy guys. What do you call that, Ezra? What? That's beautiful.
Miles, this would be a very good time to vlog.
Way ahead of you, brother. Wow.
No.
Oh, I thought I heard. What is this path? I have no idea at this point. Okay, so it turns out this is actually marked on Google Maps. So I think it's fine. Sun came out. Good evening. Good evening. I'm talking to you from the evening because today has been pretty much the same as a bunch of other days. Wake up, breakfast, then do instrumental group lessons, lunch, ensembles. But today we did, after a bunch of kind of guided time with Alex, kind of had our own little self-guided time, and we chose not to play the songs. We chose to write down little phrases or a story or something or anything on a card and then pick them randomly and play through them or try and represent them musically. And I thought that was it was a fun thing to do. It gets you closer to people in the room. So that's the kind of fun stuff you do with the free time blocks. That's the kind of thing we're doing, or just working on very specific things, or just hanging out. But yeah, I think we're gonna go see a concert. We're just waiting. We're gonna go see a concert, which is our brave professors here are playing. So we have to go see them because they're amazing, and also we have to, because if not, they'll hate us. Why is this man running? I don't know. Maybe do a push-up in the middle of the road? Is he gonna do it? No. Good morning. It's 9:25. It is about 17 degrees Celsius, which is about 65 degrees Fahrenheit. But it's kind of windy, so it's feeling a little cold. Today's the second... Whoa. I don't know what that was. Let me explain. We've already had lessons and the ensembles for today. Look at this. Wait, check this out. That is so cute. We've already had the last ensembles. We did a bunch of improv games because we kind of got the vibe down of the songs. Now we're going to speak with Madeleine Peru. Madeleine Peru. I don't know how I can't say it in French, but she is French. And we're gonna go say hi. And then we're gonna see the concert tonight. Soirée jazz vocale. That's the one. Delicioso.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, this is what it looks like when it's empty.
Hello YouTube, you're in the backstage.
Backstage.
Yes.
Yes, my friends. Okay. We just had the talk. I had to go back to the school to charge this thing so I could record a little bit of the concert. The talk was very interesting. Madeleine is very down to earth. She speaks very honestly about her experience. She speaks very honestly about where she comes from and her struggles, and that was very refreshing. She talked about how she played music on the street and was just kind of winging it. She was homeless for a little while, and then her experience, finally kind of breaking into the recording scene and doing blues and jazz and combinations of different things. And someone pointed out she was the only talk that didn't talk about practicing, or she didn't mention practicing. No one asked about practicing, which was interesting. It could have been just lucky that nobody asked her about practicing, or that just wasn't important, that she didn't feel the need to convey that. And that felt like she was there just to talk about like the pure art, not necessarily the craft, which is good, which is what this thing is about, this program.
Quand j'ai vu Vienne Reeves.
I've got to say this was probably one of my favorite concerts of the whole series because it's kind of a microcosm of the whole festival. You got three generations, totally different styles, clashing, converging in conversation.
Beautiful.
Welcome to Vienne! Ooh!
That is good.
You suck!
We could have been.
Although I will say Madeleine Peru's set was exceptionally funny, maybe even a little cheesy at times. There was this song about No Mas Mosquito. A lot of fun, but yeah, definitely different.
I love attention, but I will be strong enough for the two of us to get by.
Even though it was exceptionally cold that night and the concert was running pretty late, people stuck around because it was Diane Reeves.
I'm gonna try and get lower.
So stand up for our humanity. Don't let it go.
And that's it for part one of this grand finale of Welcome to Vienne. After this great concert is over, there's only one thing left on our schedule.
You are the BPM. What you gotta do when I'm coming from you? Backwards, backwards.
the other thing I've taken away is that, is that we've had talks from such various types of people, and that here at least at JazzUp Vienne, there's a lot of people under this tent. There's a lot of people under this tent, a lot of people with different experiences performing and just being there. Like last night, I didn't show any video because it was kind of hectic, but there was like a DJ spinning vinyl records, playing all kinds of Latin music, and yeah, lots of people were there hanging out, probably after seeing a show, another type of show, and they had decided they wanted to see, or they wanted to dance. So, and I'm all down for that. I'm all down for that. If I think of anything more that I've reflected on, I'll say something, but I'm just mulling. It's a lot of mulling. I might record large parts of this video after, because of just how fundamental the lessons and just how much I've had to think about them. Does that make sense? It's like learning how to think. So I need to just learn how to think again. Because sometimes school gets you to shut your brain off. I've probably mentioned, it's like, you know, teaching you what to think and this is what's cool, and not like, hey, whatever you think is cool is really actually cool. So don't worry about it. I think this bridge is cool.